Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders, thanks to Sportsbet.
G'day, we're the Traders. I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach Calvin, Nate. This is for the last time.
The last Thursday.
Because it is a big, a grand final week ahead, gentlemen. Very exciting, Roy. You've got the Bacon Cup.
I do,
draft
and
grand
I am
final.
excited.
How are you looking in it? You feeling confident?
Yeah, I think my projected is just a little bit lower. 1 point, is it?
1 point lower.
1 point lower. There you go. So, as I thought,
Chook's been
it's neck and
the
neck.
team to beat this year.
He has,
But if you're that close to him, you might be able to do it.
Oh, I'm fully confident. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, I've got a Cub.
Yeah?
I think
You've
he's
got
got
him-
me covered.
Does he?
He's got me covered.
What's
but,
the overall ranking like between the two of you?
Oh, not much. He's about 2K.
Yep.
Under 3.
Projections?
So, he's got me covered on that, but I think that's because I've got Rocky in there still in my
Oh,
side.
yes, and as captain
speaking
too.
of that too, well done to the community.
Well done.
3.2.
Coaches, that's amazing.
It's very cool.
That's nice that everyone did that, and so he's sitting at the top of the most traded. Just don't forget to reverse those trades.
Yes.
No.
Unless you don't really care.
Exactly.
Someone will legit forget.
There will be plenty, I
100%,
reckon, that will do that. But anyway, good on you, Rocky. Oh, there is another grand final, Roy.
Yes.
I'm told you might be the assistant coach of a team.
What have you heard?
Your
are you,
mate
Caro?
Hugh Greenwood.
Yes.
Now, here's a good story for you.
Okay.
So Hugh Greenwood has been right into his fantasy this year. Like,
Yep, what a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
but
okay.
Mega, and I believe he's in your ear quite often.
Hang on.
No.
So here's what I've been told, that they put him in at the Suns into their staff league as like a Mr. X. Like
Who gave you this
mystery.
squirt?
Oh,
Hang
it's just-
on.
I am Caro
This
like
is a
here at the
squirt.
moment. And they put him in the league as Mr. X just to be the,
Right.
like the unknown soldier in there that's
Yeah.
playing along with this.
Yes.
And they thought he'd just be there to make up the numbers. I think they must have had an odd number of teams, so they thought, oh, Hugh, you can go in there. Ended up making the grand final.
Is it out that it's him, or are you breaking this?
No, it is out now. I think halfway
Right.
through the season.
Okay.
They got halfway through the season, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
probably because of the swagger that Hugh would have been walking around the club with, I reckon, because
100%.
he's up and about. So have you been giving him any tips for this grand final, Roy?
Mate, I'm not like the little leaky leak at Hawthorn that gives the information to these people. No, I'm saying nothing.
Oh.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Well done, though,
Yep.
Hugh, if it really is you doing this team.
Mr. X.
And, hey, the GOAT. Told ya.
We are all innocent here, aren't we, Roy?
100%,
That's
yeah.
how they go. So, big weekend. It is round 23, the last weekend of the season, which is nice, especially for us, I reckon.
Oh, I tell you what, it's been a bloody limp to the finish line.
Cal just gave me a little bit of a leak secret.
Which one?
He nearly forgot to come in
yeah.
tonight. This was...
I'd packed up.
Look, I was alleged to have switched off a few
Okay.
weeks ago. I've kept pushing
You
through.
have. But the weather
You've
today...
dropped off the finals omission,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
It's cooking.
Yeah, it
He's-
did. It
he's
did. But
spattered.
He's down and out.
such a
considering-
sunny day today. I was like, what a great day. Go home, chill out. Oh, no, I've got to come here.
He even cracked a bottle of white.
No,
you know
I didn't.
this?
I did not.
This is a
You
true
did.
story.
I don't drink white.
I wouldn't put anything past you.
All right, let's get into the round 23 teams. Friday Night Footy, Bulldogs and Port Adelaide. I'm a bit nervous about this.
Yeah, they're gonna be
It's
good.
very nervous.
So,
Humdingers.
for the Bulldogs, Rowan Smith. No, that would be Rourke Smith has come into the
Rowan.
side.
Farewell game.
Riley
Rowan.
Garcia has
Overdue.
been omitted and Scott's out as the medical sub. So Port Adelaide, as we have heard from
He's so
Ken
good.
Hinkley all year, he
So
gives
good
it
at
out
this.
before this. So this shouldn't be a surprise with Mackenzie and Motlop in, with Cleary omitted and Fantasia out with a hamstring. Another
Because eyes were on
injury for him.
Lycett.
Yes,
Yes, they were.
So, so Lycett's in
Yes.
at the moment, which it was interesting because that made Laddams an option this week if
100%.
you were considering
100%.
that. Saturday games. Let's start with Richmond and Hawthorn at the MCG. So they've made a heap of changes here. Holy hat, a lot of changes. So let's start with the ins. So Miller, Ben Miller, he's a 170k defender there.
Tuke's brother.
Asprey, McIntosh, Pickett, Collier Dawkins, Martin, Will Martin, not Dusty, Ross, Cho, and Castagna are in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'll be stuffed.
9 changes.
That's
Wow.
mucking around.
So outs for them. Garthwaite omitted. Ralph Smith omitted. Rioli omitted. Cotchin's out with a knee. Edwards out with an ankle. Lambert is out injured. Nankervis is out with a finger, foot, knee.
No, they didn't.
That's what it says.
No!
Finger, foot, knee. That's not just
They
Tom
should've
Brown
just
reporting
said
it, is it? Just guessing. No.
Fully cooked.
Yeah, so
He's fully cooked.
Prestia is out as well. Mansell's out injured, and Artsu was the Medisub.
That's next level.
That's crazy. That's not even like a tanking or resting your players ahead of next week's final because they're not making the finals.
That's
crazy.
nanking.
My Hawthorn, they have brought in O'Meara, Bruce, and Warple.
Warp back.
So those three big boys back in. Downey, who was a late in, was omitted. Duke Newcomb
No, he didn't.
has been managed.
Yeah.
Managed.
And rightfully
managed
so.
for the last round.
Yeah. He's had a blinder last week.
That dude needs to do a pre-season. Last time he was managed, he missed 6 weeks.
Not the only one. Brockman's been managed as well, who was in
Wow.
for a couple of weeks or whatever. Right, so Sydney and Gold Coast. Lloyd is back. Mills
What a hole.
is
What a
back.
hole.
And Franklin is back there. So Mills is in. Interesting. Could be one that it's a 1:45 game on Saturday that just in case, if you're holding him, not a lot would be now, but...
You'd have to watch it up to the bounds, too.
You sure would.
He's got history.
Could be very late.
Reed's been omitted, Fox omitted, Blakely's out with the leg, and Kennedy's out with the hamstring. Now, for Gold Coast, Harbrow's in for his retirement game. Could he be someone you pick up off your scrap heap in draft?
If you could loop it.
Have a crack, yeah.
Yeah.
Davies as well. So Alex Davies, this is his debut.
Oh, come on, what a waste.
We don't want to do that. Now, no. Holy hat, boys.
Oh, no. We've got a
Jack
dog dimple.
Bowes,
We've got a dog
hamstring.
dimple.
Townsend has been omitted. Jeremy Sharp, omitted.
Sucked into him.
Oh, Blunty.
Yep.
That's not cool.
Yeah, it is sucked in. It's round 23. There is no way you should be relying on rookies to be on your field.
Brisbane, no changes.
He's not alone for me.
West Coast, in. Harry Edwards. Big one.
Harry's back.
Good at fantasy football.
He
just
is.
Quietly. Rotham,
Wink, wink.
Jones, Waterman, and Connor West. There's one off the bench. for you.
Westy.
Westy back in the side. So outs, Petricelli, omitted. Shepherd concussion, Kelly knee, McGovern hip, Kennedy finger, and Langdon Medisub out there. For Geelong and Melbourne, in for Geelong, Rowan, Myers, and Atkins. The outs, we've got Radagalia omitted. Guthrie omitted. That's a Zach variety. Not
Coming
Cameron.
off not the 40 couple of weeks ago.
Not the real Guthrie.
Sean Higgins has been managed, and Quinton Narkle, the Medi subs, out. So for Melbourne, so we've got Stephen May back, Viney, and also Tom McDonald, they're in. They're outs. So James Jordan omitted. Won't be able to extend his lead in the unlosable.
Oh, I'll
Michael
tell you
Barlow
what,
medal.
though, getting dropped last round's ugly.
Yeah.
For a medal
Melksham
winner.
omitted, Hibbert omitted, and Vandenberg, the Medi sub, are the outs. Carlton and GWS, Cripps is back, Roy,
Yeah.
with a Fogarty. And the outs are SPS, who was the Medi sub. Mark Murphy managed.
Oh, God.
Managed, they call it. They
I
just
thought
say
he-
retired. Let him have that.
Like,
And
he should have held his spot after that rabble last week.
Paddy
Sure.
Dow omitted. All right.
What?
God, get games into him. Oh, no.
GWS Giants
Last
bring
round
back
dropped.
Toby Green and also Kieran Briggs.
Briggsy.
Another one off the line.
There you go.
And because that's good, because Mumford is out managed. So
Right.
he will be the ruck that we'll be seeing. So no Bruce there either.
No
who was
Prusy.
flagged, but I think they said he was going to play VFL, but
Yeah,
then
okay.
they say, he might play, but he didn't.
The suspense of it.
Riccardi out as a medic sub, and Peatling, who we probably have on our bench as
Yep.
well, he is omitted.
Pete.
Sunday games. Let's have a look. St Kilda and Freo down at Blundstone Arena. That's a 12:15 start, so make sure that's in your head.
Yeah, that's
because we've been
early.
getting all these 2:10 starts on
Yep.
Sundays instead of the 1:10, but now this is a 12:15.
I've been tricked a couple of times, I must admit. The time zone.
Out King and Joyce. Now, into the squad, Long, Hunter, Bytel, Allison, Loney. Now, Matthew Allison might make his debut.
No chance.
Son of
Freo.
Brett.
Blakely
Got it.
out with the hamstring. The ins. Brayshaw will be back after that suspension. Akers, Hughes, and Weston. Now, Bombers, they are bringing into the squad no outs. Cox, Ham, and Phillips. And for Collingwood, Russ goes out with that ankle. Myercheck suspended. Into the squad, Jeremy Howe. Reef McInnes may make his debut. Rantow, Tohill, and also Wilson, basketball background.
Rantow. Yes, I've still got him.
All right. Adelaide
squad.
and North Melbourne. Last game of the round.
Woo,
Out.
still got
Jake Kelly, concussion. Himmelberg, hamstring. Into the squad. Frampton, Brodie Smith, Gollant, who has been confirmed to debut, so 170k mid defender, and don't expect a heap though. Worrell Cow, is he still living on your pine there somewhere?
Yeah, he's there.
And Rowe into the squad. We'll know these teams at 5 o'clock on Friday. And for North Melbourne, Jack Zeeble is out with that calf that was flagged earlier in the week. Comben, straight out of Roy.
Straight out of the team.
Comben, yeah.
He's now back to being a loop option for you.
Good.
He
That's awesome. More valuable as a loop.
Busted his collarbone. But into their squad,
that's cool. Sorry.
Polek, Atu, Atley, Phoenix Spicer could make his debut.
Phoenix Spicer.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
That's epic.
Wicked name.
Hopefully he is held off.
Yeah.
So we've got him checked next year because he was talked up in the pre-season as possibly playing early.
Who by us?
And Campbell. All right, they are the ins and outs for round 23.
Takeaways.
Sharp is probably, well, no, Cal, you might, just because you
I'll scoff at
offloaded him, then he scored a
so
big
you
ton
should.
for you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's been solid too.
He's been good.
definitely.
Just one bad game in that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that just means I hold Bolton again. He's coming on the trip. He found
coming
a
on the
way.
trip.
He found a way.
does it,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
So there wasn't much. Do you know what? Lloyd back and Mills.
Yeah.
That was big.
One to watch, though, I reckon, on Mills. Because they haven't been totally locked on him playing this week.
No, they haven't.
Very interesting.
And the fact there's no buy anymore for them and he's straight into it next week. Why
Kennedy
would you
was
bother?
out for them, wasn't he? Kennedy, that was
out,
massive.
Yeah. So,
So there wasn't massive takes, but you know what my biggest take from it is?
Yep.
Laid outs.
I
coming.
agree. 100%.
Yeah, they
That
named
is
them all
only,
now.
It's only half of it.
They named them all now, didn't
Yep,
they?
they sure did.
Just makes the heart hurt more.
A straight bat. So what's our sort of theory here with trading? If we are predicting these laid outs, you need to hold off for as long as you can.
So there's a few interesting parts of this because I'm a poor owner of Lockie Hunter, who should be traded for me this week.
100%, yeah,
he
cool.
should be moved. So what do I do there?
You got to have to hold now.
Because he's a Friday night game, so you can't.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can make a decision on that. But
You
I
could
think,
at least loop him. You could give him the E.
but who am I looping? That's the thing. I don't have anyone to
Don't
loop
you?
him with really on the pine. No, I don't.
What about Briggsy or someone?
Yeah, potentially, but
Jeez.
Like, if he hits a 50 again,
Yeah.
you'd give Briggsy a run. So ruck.
I think you have. I think I have to roll with him.
What, on ground?
Yeah, I think I do. I don't know. I'll have to have a good look at this because I haven't really thought about my team at all this week because of
Cupboard be
Rocky
licking
sitting
his
there.
lips at that.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got Hunter. I don't reckon he does.
No.
He's got a better team than me.
You know what hurts me about laid outs?
What?
I've already done my
You've
trades.
done your
and
trades,
I'm
yeah.
done. And I'm locked and loaded and I'm just going to feed up and I'm done. So laid outs for me, hey, Worrell might be a chance to
Well,
come
it's
out.
nothing but a laugh at other people's pain.
It does.
Thing is, Cow, you've got nothing to play for this week.
100%.
Oh, you do have your PB ranking at the moment.
No, it's not a PB ranking.
It's pretty close to it.
You idiot.
Hi, it's Nat Edwards. AFL Daily is a new daily podcast from the AFL. Each morning, Damien Barrett and I will share the biggest stories and the biggest opinions in footy. We'll connect the dots and tell you what the stories mean for your clubs and your favourite players. AFL Daily, your new daily footy habit. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.
This data is probably the worst data we've seen of the year of the most traded in players because Rocky's sitting at the top and people would have done some crazy things to do that. He's still there with 3,000 coaches as we speak.
Great work.
Reverse those trades if you haven't as yet and work out what you're going to do.
We did it, though.
It's good. Well done to the community.
Celebrate that
Fantastic.
again.
Yep.
Great.
That means a lot to The Rock.
It does. He loved it.
That's a fantasy lap of honour at the GF.
Too right it is.
In his pig suit.
Yep.
Not many people have had that sort of thing done for them in the past.
Other most traded in players then around that is Josh Kelly is then the most traded in player.
Nice one.
He was going to be mine,
Yeah, 100%.
Comden, which you probably reversed now, but he was probably the downgrade on
Yep.
your bench anyway. Jared Lyons, very keen on him. He
Big
should
keen
be
on him.
Big this week. And
Big.
probably almost the midfielder that you want this week.
Agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll talk some
I
captains
like it,
a little bit
I like
later,
it.
Cow, which might help.
I've got him in draft too.
What?
Put a C on it.
Oh, yeah, you will.
Darcy Parish is there too.
See, that's an interesting one.
I like
because-
it. I'm
So do
keen on
I.
Darcy Parish. I reckon Sharp will go to Parish for me now.
Yeah.
So the thing is, he's
150.
cheap.
150
He's
he had
really-
last time, didn't he?
Yeah, he's real cheap, but he's averaged 92 in his last 5.
I launch into this one though.
And that's the other thing.
He'll run out there thinking there's a medal again. There was against him last time.
Very rarely
Someone needs to tell him.
do you launch into a player coming off that form.
No.
You are chasing a matchup, which means hashtag trust the scale. Hey.
And it's only 1 week.
It's 1 week.
Can trust it for 1 week.
Trust it for 1 week.
Zorko's there. I'm a little bit interested on Zorko, like in what he might do or what could happen to him. Could he cop some attention?
Dog. Don't try to turn people off the bloke that has kissed you
130s.
harder than anyone else ever. How can you come on here, keep a straight face, and say such a thing?
No, I don't think West Coast will be able to do anything.
Wash out.
Anyway, will they?
No.
He's having 180.
There's no Hutchie.
You filthy dog.
Isn't he?
Isn't he ever?
He's a dirty dog.
Now, Cow, as the Crows supporter, is it Kieran Strawn? It is, isn't it?
It is.
Strawny. Yeah.
It is
Strawny.
Strucken on.
So he's been brought in up to that 73. Now, if you were in a position, and I know it's a little bit more, 247 he is. Okay. To have him sitting on your pine.
In case of. Don't go there, dog.
You dirty dog.
Here he goes again.
Look, so you're saying Max Gone could be a laid
He's
out?
saying
No, I'm not.
It's an out.
I'm saying, in case one of your rucks is out, could you do that as part of any form of downgrade?
The same source that said I was assistant coaching Hugh has told me this.
That source.
I don't know, dog. To me, I don't think
That's
we
too
can.
much coin, I
We're
think,
jumping
anyway.
at shadows.
Unless it's too much coin, unless you
could
still get
do
the other
what you
guy
wanted with your other move.
Yeah, so rather than leaving money in the bank, you get Strawny for safety.
Because he could score well. 73.
Like, I mean,
He did 73 against Max.
And the thing is, imagine if you're going for a car in this,
Yeah.
and the trade has to be done before Max plays, for example.
Yeah.
Like Max is going to play,
Max plays.
but it's the time of year where
The
we have to be
risk.
super sensitive to anything that might happen.
Agree.
Crisp tick.
Crisp tick.
Yes.
Whitfield tick.
Yeah.
Wingard Roy is a cheaper option there.
He is, and I don't like him like I like those other two, but for that price
Agreed.
and his form, he has to be a
And
tick.
he's
yes.
playing the depleted Tigers.
Yeah.
With
Like those
9
dudes-
outs.
9 changes.
Those guys that would have never
Yep.
played together before. Like, no, not even close to that mix, been on the field together to play a game.
If you've got some Hawthorn dudes, you have a lot of confidence this week.
You do, don't you?
Yep.
Even in Phillips.
Yep. Tons up.
If he's hung around for you,
Yep.
he'd be licking his lips.
Sure will.
Anyway, check out your trades. They'll look a little bit different on Friday with the ins and outs of the most traded because people will do that.
I'll tell
What they're
you-
really going to do, I reckon,
I
with the
tell you what
Rocky
we
thing.
might have also caused there, a real dry up of the reverse trade button and activity on the site because the Rock has just been sitting there.
I love it.
Big C on him.
Sorry for the ad revenue.
Ad revenue down.
You're listening to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast, and this is the Gold Diggers thanks to Sportsbet.
All right, this is our last weekend of the Punters Club for our proceeds that are going to Freeze MND. We've done pretty well, boys. Got
Yep.
more than $500 there to donate.
That's a lot of pennies. That's good.
Let's add some more.
Yeah, why
We'll
not?
start on Friday night footy and go on a couple of Port Adelaide anytime goal scorers in Amon and Dersma. Now, I'm going to put $25 at $5 on those. I think that they are around the goals most weeks.
They are. So Amon's been in great form.
Yep.
He's kicked 5 in the last month. And the Durs, he hasn't been overly accurate the last 3 weeks. He's only kicked 1, but he's getting the shots on goal. So I think, Dog, I'm ticking that off.
All right, now, Sunday, I've got to go for what we are thinking is one of the biggest fantasy games of the round. It's Bombers and the Pies. So, Darcy Parish and Zach Merritt, 30 or more disposals each. Now, that adds up to $550. So, my 25 is going on that. I just can see them racking like they have done all year because their numbers have been incredible.
Yeah.
Well, they should easily get 30 each. Let's tick that off. But, Dog, I don't know if you know this. They are going for a record.
Yes.
They need 75 touches, and they're going to have a crack at this.
They will.
To be the most disposals from a pair from a single club in a season.
As if they're not having a crack
They're going to
at
have a
that.
go at
They
it.
know
And
that.
they've got the easiest matchup to do it.
They easily
That'll
get it.
shorten.
Sure will.
Well, now that everyone thinks, oh, Warn Dog will be onto something. All right, you can find Bet With Mates in the Sportsbet app. You can start your group. Share the moment of betting together with your mates.
Group members must have a valid Sportsbet account to participate. Live betting not available. Conditions apply. See sportsbet.com.au for more details. And as always, gamble responsibly.
All right, gentlemen. Now, another thing that we do know at the moment is that, well, there's a car on the line. It is a Toyota Hilux valued at $60,000. And there are plenty of coaches that are, well, in line for that. and it's very close at the top. So the team sitting at the top is Ashley's team, which is called Ashley's Bombers, and just changed the profile picture in the last couple of days to a picture of Rocky as well.
Oh,
that's a good
not a
tribute.
stalker or anything, but well done.
No, I'm looking at the list here, Cow. Now, currently up by 63 points on Sam's team, Lards FC.
Right.
Okay.
It's interesting. Those two teams are looking pretty good.
What's Lard's profile picture? I need to work out who I'm going for.
Just the Geelong jumper. So it hasn't changed it.
Oh.
Sam, go and change your jumper.
Going for
to
Ash.
Something good.
Exactly.
Well, the one that you might have a look at, though, is Gorringes and Lemons sitting in third place, okay? So another, I need to do my maths a lot quicker than this, 8 points behind there in second.
God.
So
Everyone's
71 points
in the
now.
mix here.
The thing about Gorringes and Lemons is that the team value is ridiculous. So team on top, Ashley's team, $18 million, $544,000. For Gorringes and Lemons, $19,652,000.
God, that's an extra
Firepower.
Jack Steele. That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. More than a mil. And that's the team looks like that too, Cal. Like there's hardly any weak links. Got Lockie Hunter, which will be an interesting decision made there too.
They could flick him.
Yeah, but you're making that trade straight away.
Has to. You got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
You're riding any late outs.
You got to be aggressive. Now, I got a question. Before, when we talked about Harry Edwards, why did you guys go good fantasy player? Wink, wink.
Well,
What's going on there?
have a look at the top
Sources.
dozen or so coaches, Cow.
Okay,
Doing pretty well.
I got a sneaky email.
What?
Did you?
I did from Mark Coulthart. Sorry. He emailed me alerting me about Harry Edwards's fantasy success.
Hang on.
Right.
There's sources coming left, right and centre for this Harry Edwards team.
Yeah, I understand that. And this guy was
So
like...
what's this guy saying about
He
it?
basically said, loves fantasy, Cal, you're the greatest, blah, blah, blah. I'll go through all that bit there.
Your jokes suck.
And he
yeah,
said,
I can see that.
he's got that written in there. He said, Warnie might not know this. Right, that's what he said. He goes, you get one up on the dog here. He talked about Harry Edwards and how good his team is. I wonder if you blokes knew.
Yeah, right.
So, what, did you get the same email or?
No, Mark didn't tell me.
Okay.
Something a little bit closer
That's
than
why
that,
he said,
Cal,
"Hey, Cal."
where I found out
Yeah,
about
boys.
that. Very
Okay.
interesting.
All right.
It's going to be super interesting to see what moves he plays this week because he's into the squad.
Oh, really?
So-
This is like fantasy classified. Caro over here.
Well, let's go to a really
Unbelievable.
good source here.
You
And
ready?
The source that we're going to here is the winner of 2020.
G'day, champions. How you going?
Hey, Trent, how you doing, mate? We've got the 2020 winner here, Trent Sutcliffe, the coach of a loony she is. How are you going, mate? Big weekend ahead.
It has been a big year and a big weekend ahead. A bit like some of you guys, you sort of can't wait to end sometimes, but then you love it when it started up again on Friday night.
Yeah, well, that's right. We're looking
100%.
forward to seeing how this weekend plays out. This time last year, how are you feeling?
I was pretty nervous this time last year, especially because I didn't have Max, and I heard you guys talking earlier about trading in players and when you hold off, and I basically traded in Max because the guy who was second had Max, so I was basically just trying to cover Max's score and made him captain as well for that purpose. So you do things. I also traded in Blitzarb, so you had some shockers as well.
That's right. I do remember that now because that's the thing. You were sort of sitting pretty, I guess, at the top, but anything can obviously happen. And have you had a look at the top coaches for this year and how they're looking? How do you see things playing out amongst those top teams?
Yeah, I had a brief look at the top three. The first guy has a little bit of a lead, and I'm pretty sure the second guy didn't have Coop Miller. So they do have a couple of differences, especially through their midfield, and none of them have got any even rookies on ground. So I think there's enough differences that it'd be hard, I think, for either of the top three to cover each other. Whilst there was both my side and the guy for his second side last year, there's only a couple of differences. And in the end, that's what mattered, was Adams and Hunter basically were the differences for me in that round.
Now, did you have a look at that third team there with that massive value? What do you think of that side?
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you're not going to be able to use all that value off your bench. You know, having players who are $400,000 off your bench, but he might be able to save one of those and really sort of go to town a bit later in the round if he needs something. So he's got a massively good side, and because he had a great week last week, so now that Newcomb's out and he plays early, you could sort of downgrade that and potentially upgrade Taranto to an Uber premium if you wanted to, or Bramble playing, play a 170k guy on ground and get rid of Hunter on Friday night if you're going to take a risk.
All right. G'day, Trent. It's Cal here, your favourite trader. Just a quick question around Hunter. Now, Warndog's in this position, and I think one of the top guys are in this position. Is he a guy that you would trade knowing that he's on Friday, or would you hold off?
I've been trying to trade Hunter for a month, but I kept getting an injury, so I can't do it. But and I would trade him this week if I could, except I've got Kelly. I'll probably do what you guys were talking about earlier with Warndog, and that is I'll probably loop Briggs with Hunter on Friday night. And if Hunter gets 60 or 70, I might try and even play Briggs and try and sell somewhere else. So if I could sell Hunter, I would.
Interesting. Now, your season this year hasn't been as successful. You've copped a lot of bullets. I've been following along your team as the year's gone. What have you learnt, I guess, out of 2021?
I think I was too slow to change the way that I was bringing players in. So I think I brought in too many players that have served me well in last year or in the past. And so, players like who dropped in value who I thought, and then they play a good quarter, you go, they look like they're back. Like your Adams and Sidebottom and Cripps and Tim Kelly.
Neil.
So too many of those guys who looked like they were going okay, but not enough evidence.
Now, you're going to win a premiership this weekend?
I don't think so. I actually haven't been following all my leagues. I think I'm knocked out. So
no.
There you go.
But you've got some good stuff to look forward to, though, because the Swans are looking pretty good. Now, do you reckon... Lloyd looks like he definitely will play. Mills has been named as the Swans man. Do you reckon Millsy will play?
I can't see why they would play him. It doesn't... unless he's going to need the run. I heard Longmire say last week that work is what he actually needs. But having said that, he looked pretty limp walking around at the end of that just before the bounce the other day. I mean, if you've got him in your side, you just watch and see what happens. But with Kennedy out, they probably want him to play, but he didn't look very good. And if the Swans can't move easily their position, and they're playing next week, I don't know the value. But maybe laid out.
Now, looking across those teams, any final advice for coaches that are sitting at the top, if you're maybe that couple of 100 points behind in the top 10 there, or if you're aiming for a hat, what sort of stuff would you be suggesting for people to do you think?
I'd be really just looking at you might have to gamble a little bit, and that is a good player on your pine who may be your only EM option on a line. If you want to take a risk, you still might have to sell them down to a 170k player and use all the cash to upgrade your worst player on your field. So that could even be Bramble. Bramble might be your only player in your forward line or midfield line who's playing that on your bench, but you need the cash. If you pick up 320k from him, you could go from Hunter to Kelly easily. Those types of options, or almost even Hunter to Miller.
Whoa.
With some of those trades. Not quite. You'd have to have about 100k maybe, but that's the sort of risk. You get a risk of 170k emergency guy just in case. If it gets you a definite superstar on ground,
might make up enough points.
Got to risk it.
Yeah. Otherwise, your risk, you might have a turret. You might go safe and put like a Josh Honey or something on your F7 or something like that. But what's the point if he doesn't actually score points for your actual side that week?
True. Yep.
Very good advice. Well, Trent, thank you very much for joining us, and enjoy this weekend, because I'm sure it was a lot more stressful last year.
I reckon.
Yeah. It was the most stress I had ever was watching Blitzarb be 3 at quarter time. That was the most stress I ever had.
No one needs that.
You've got the Toyota in the driveway, so you're a very lucky man and a very good coach. So thank you for your time this year, and great stuff, and we look forward to getting back into it for 2022. See you, mate.
Thank you, lads, and thanks for all your work. It's been awesome.
Yeah, you're a legend. Thanks, mate. See ya.
Cheers.
Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
All right, Warndog. Here we go. The
grand finale.
Yeah.
Cal, this is actually, you've got some pressure on here because people will be wanting to win their league finals.
Well, I'll
this
tell
year.
them exactly what to do.
Good on you.
Go with...
Did you drink that white wine?
No, I did not drink
did
it.
you have?
Okay.
This is research from early in the week.
How many
And,
shots in your coffee?
There's a couple in there.
Okay,
Here we go. So, number one pick this week for your number one captain has to be Jack Steele. Right? Because of the matchup. Okay, I don't like... So, Took Miller for me... Took Miller. He actually sits down the list a little bit.
Right.
Because he had an 80.
Punishing him.
If you can get an 80... There's no reason you cannot back it up the next week with an 80. And he's got a harder matchup. All right? So, Steele against Freo. Last week against Freo. Head tilt gaff, 126. Redden, 115. Shuey, 112. They're going to score.
Yeah.
They're going to score against Freo. Down in Hobart, it will turn into an absolute... not a bloodbath. But it will be a free-for-all.
It will.
Okay,
That's
so
a good word.
he should dominate. And in his last 3 games, he still sits at number 1 on form.
Yeah.
So here's your number 1 option. Jared Lyons. We said before, great trade-in target. Lots of people doing it. 139 last week. West Coast are one of the easiest in the last 5, and he had 120 last year against them. Tick, tick, tick.
Boom.
Every box. Now, Tom Mitchell.
Yeah.
This is going to be it. Who's he playing? Depleted Richmond.
Oh, man.
He will have a field day.
Could he get bumped up after that?
Who's he going ahead of, though? I don't think he'd go ahead of Lions.
They're big 3.
They are. Richmond, equal number 1 easiest team to score against in the last 5. And after what I've just heard then...
It's barely a VFL team.
It is. And in his last 3, he's gone at 130. So the pig is pigging it.
He is.
Legit
Finals
pigging.
time.
If you don't like any of them...
That's what they're here for.
I don't mind a little bit of Aaron Hall action either.
Yeah, why? Of
course.
Oh, God, how can you not?
Without Zeeble...
Oh, dear.
So
they play the last game of the round, though. So
They
he's only like
do.
your captain option. He's your real fallback
Your
captain.
real
He is.
fallback option. And you'll probably have, like you with your North Melbourne guy and me with my North Melbourne, you can loop that late.
Straight out of Compton.
And they only play Adelaide, so there's all these other ones as well. So that's an easy fallback guy. Hall, 120 last week with his 10 marks. Okay? Look at who played Adelaide last week. Salem, 114 from 8 marks. Trent Rivers in the back takes 10 marks. The week before that, Burton, 111, 10 marks. Aliria, 94, 11 marks.
Uh-oh.
This could be a 15-plus mark game.
Wow.
God, are you willing to add his marks to Zeebel's marks?
Yes, I am, Roy. Yes, I am.
How many then?
An extra 7.
So he's taken, 15?
He's going over 15. He could have one of those games he was having right at the start where North Melbourne was just taken.
He's bringing the season home too.
He is.
And he's in Tassie.
Is he?
Isn't it?
North Melbourne, Adelaide.
North Melbourne. No.
Yeah, North Melbourne, Adelaide. That's a
North normally come here.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah, don't get too excited.
Right.
But look, he's already played Adelaide once this year.
Right.
123.
Oh, goodness.
So
Good option then, Cow.
Great options all round.
What do you think your plan will be then?
My plan at this stage, I will be who plays
Mitchell,
first?
Saturday?
No, it'll be hopefully I'll get Lions. That's my
Yep.
plan. So it'll be a VC on Lions.
When's he play? Saturday night?
He plays Saturday sometime, but Jack Steele plays on Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll
that's
roll it into Steele.
So Lions, you'd prefer that over Tom Mitchell then?
I would.
Yeah.
I would. Great matchup.
Well, that's your ranking
Great matchup for
as well.
both. Both should be awesome. Both could easily be over 140. There.
All right. Let's go to the
Great
next
work.
segment,
No,
Cal.
well, dog. Okay.
Oh, no.
As we
All right.
walked here tonight,
Yes.
Yeah.
I told Roy some jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were, Roy, how were they?
I lolled.
Yeah,
Bad.
they're top
Yeah.
drawer.
Yeah.
Absolute top drawer. However,
Yeah, top drawer next to other things that you keep in
No.
your top drawer under your undies.
no, see, if he can say that,
What? No.
I can say mine.
Exactly.
Right.
Old cardboard sock over here.
See?
Right.
Can't say that.
No. Right. Play on. Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
So anyway, I gave Roy a couple of jokes and a couple he went, nah, you can't say that.
I did, yep.
But I'll tell you what though, Dog, when we do our live shows
Next year, hopefully.
Adelaide, Perth, hopefully will be our venues.
You'll roll them out.
I'll roll out the top drawer pirate jokes and people will go, oh, that's great. No wonder he couldn't say it on the thing. Anyway,
So this is our
I'm
last
still
episode,
not letting
Cal.
you say one of them that you told me.
not on the
Nah.
on a live show.
Nah. I'll walk off stage.
You can.
You're a sicko.
But that's what comedy is. Like, you've got to push the boundaries.
Yeah, okay.
Right, today's jokes. And it's jokes, dog, because it's pirate related. And you said, Cow, stick to the pirate script.
I'm disappointed in myself. I actually just thought of a really good one for you.
Oh, go for it.
No, you do yours. If they're weak, I'll try to remember it.
All right, because I don't think this segment's coming back next year.
No, because I'm out. Right. Quick fire. And you can just have a little giggle.
Okay.
Why did the pirate go on a holiday?
I don't know.
He needed some R&R.
Okay,
Not
good.
bad. Okay.
Outstanding.
Nice. Your grade 3s would have loved that.
Yeah, it was good though. PG. G even.
Where did the pirate purchase his hook? At the second-hand store.
No, that's good. I like that one.
Yep,
That's good.
And I'll stop there. Oh, Jesus, more. How do pirates discipline their children? Sternly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Because, that's a part of the boat. Ken.
Yeah, I got that, dog. Yeah. And how did the pirate buy his ship so cheaply? Because it was on sale. What a way to end!
Well done, Cal.
Thank you.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official.
All right, let's pump through some questions here from the Facebook question thing that was put out there.
Yeah,
Post.
Yep.
That's what they're called. Thanks, Cal.
Google it.
Shaz, my opponent has Lyons and I don't. Am I better off getting in Lyons to scratch his score or get Kelly in? That's Josh Kelly.
Okay, both should be amazing. Okay,
I would think so.
Kelly against the Blues goes for his 6th straight ton against them.
Yeah.
Can Kelly hit the heights of Lyons?
Not according to your ranking.
No, I'm backing in Lyons, and the fact that you could do a VC or C on him, which is something you probably wouldn't do on Kelly, I'd match it.
Yeah. Okay, fair call.
So some of those top players that you're predicting are the match type players you would go for.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how much you're almost behind. If you are that underdog, is that the one then you just pray that doesn't do well because you're not matching that, or what? Or do you just have to do that because he should score so well?
Lyons is a minimum 120.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly is a minimum ton or 110.
I think we just uncovered something then too.
What was that?
Dog prays for his players. And the downfall of other players, I believe.
Too right he would.
Oh, no.
I can't believe you go to a higher source to bring other people down.
He would. Too right he would.
Hasn't helped me in other factors of my life, but anyway, we'll try in fantasy. Now, do I go Bramble to Kennedy, Sarong, or even Daniel Howe?
I don't think we need to move on Bramble against the depleted Richmond.
No, but like that popped up earlier in that conversation, if he's the worst guy you've got left, you're trying to get him off, you do it, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, so then you could hold your Bramble. Would you go Taranto to Petrarca, Wines, or Guthrie?
See, this is something I'm considering.
Yeah.
I'm considering dumping Taranto.
So that's still in play, I think.
Of course it is.
It's in play.
To go to a Lions or one of the big boys, but it better be a big boy.
Far out. He's going to play forward again, isn't he? Toby Green's back. Does that help him go back in the midfield?
A little bit.
He played forward with Toby Green the couple of weeks prior to Green being out, didn't he?
He played forward last week and kicked 4 goals too.
Yeah.
He was...
And still only got 90.
The only hope is he was told he was playing Toby Green's role last week.
So whose role was he playing when Toby Green was there?
Daniel Daniels?
Daniel Daniels.
He swapped roles with him.
He did.
So the only other move here as well, Taranto's one that you could consider moving as a premium. What about Walsh?
Interesting.
Look,
Lockie Ash. Does Lockie Ash go there?
Someone does. Either him or the Boo.
Yeah, no, well, Lockie Ash, that's the way he's got back in the team. There's a good article today on AFL.com.au about that. So,
Did you write it?
No. Write that well. I don't know. It's another interesting one because this is the option for Michael here is going from Walsh to Steele.
Love it. I love it because, let's face it, Walsh will be tagged.
Yeah.
Lock that in.
Can be low when tagged. Like
55 last time he was.
Once
agree.
He's been really bad on a tag.
Okay, agree. What is he this week tagged?
If he gets
100?
tagged, what you're saying, if he gets tagged, he loses the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Your best hope is a limp to 90, 100, isn't it?
Yes, agree. But you can go to
why
Jack
would
Steele.
they not just go head to head and blow them off the park? The team they're putting out, that's as VFL as the Tigers one is.
Yeah. But if you cut off Sam Walsh, then
So they're just going to have a laugh.
then
and
it's
totally
a VFL.
smash it.
Yep, that's a VFL
So
team.
they want to go into finals rolling a tagger, don't they?
I think so. And they always have, though.
So they do it.
I believe they do.
Right.
Oh, yep, you do it.
You could
but
do it.
Sam, there is a clause. Sam still comes on your end of season trip.
That's fair.
You can't. You've had him all year.
That's right.
Can you dump that?
You can dump it. It's
Yeah.
the last round.
Oh,
Sam
okay.
Sam
They
won't
still
care.
can come. Half
Sam
plus
will
one.
understand.
Okay, half
That's
plus
what
one.
our players' trips allowed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is
He
he
would
still
Either in the grand final team or half plus
Is he
one.
still eligible for the BNF if
Yep,
he's not there at the
100%.
end?
Yeah, look,
okay.
and
Just
he-
won't get votes
in that
the
game.
last round.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
He will be disappointed.
Yeah.
But he understands the bigger picture.
Okay.
Tom, this was written before the news, so I'm going to say Bramble to Dangerfield. No, just keep Bramble now because he's got Sharp. And it's Sharp to McCluggage or Sharp to Parrish.
Parrish.
Has to be
Yeah,
Parrish.
Clugg's
Parrish.
been in good form.
Clark's been good.
but it's Parrish. I'm chasing that 150 from last time.
Agree.
So is that the answer then for Jono? Pick one out of Parrish, Parker, Bont and Gaff. Parrish.
Parker.
Parker's got the
Bont.
Suns. Bont, you wouldn't touch
I'm
with.
chasing Parrish.
You know what?
The thing is, he can be a bloody nightmare.
Yep.
That
Yep.
guy. Like, he can sulk and
Yep.
head tilt, and he's got all that in his repertoire.
Yep.
So it's not just, I'm not saying it like real encouraging, but
Yep.
that is the one I continue to pick out of that list.
Okay, in that game, I'm putting this forward.
Yep.
I haven't run this past you guys yet,
Right.
but I reckon it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
I'm
game,
worried.
we will run bloodbath medal, right?
Right.
And at the end of the
So
game,
there's a medal then.
there's a medal up for grabs.
Yep.
But we'll bring it in.
Yep.
The bloodbath medal. And we will give it to whoever dominates the most
Yep.
in the bloodbath. Now, I know
There you go.
Darcy's listening tonight.
Yep.
So, Darcy, there is a medal up for grabs.
Yep.
Bloodbath medal could be yours.
Right, now I'm confident with it.
Yeah, same.
Parrish, for sure.
All right. G'day, Warnie. What are your trades this week? Cheers, Cub. Tom Rockcliffe in. That's about all you're going to get out of me.
Did he really
Oh, I
write
might have to lie on the video for tomorrow.
Oh, as opposed to...
Oh, don't
You know
you
what?
start. I've got the stats on that. I don't really, but I could make them up and say
You
that
could,
yours
and I would have believed it.
changed more than anyone's this year.
I
That's
don't
a
want to
lie.
bring it up, but have been quite a big assistant coach of Cub over the course of the year.
Have you?
Yeah.
And he knocked you off last week?
Yeah, it's
no
like,
wonder you're sipping your white wine, you big sook.
Yeah. It's like when
Good on you,
Karate
Cub.
Kid beat Mr. Miyagi.
A few people have
dear.
given us some nice props, which is good. Thank you to Wayne there. No question. Thanks for the content, lads. Great community.
You know what else is-
Kapar.
You know what else has been great? You know the survey that's out?
Yep.
People have written in a lot of nice things.
So if you haven't
about
done
it.
that, there's a link on the AFL website, but you would have copped the email as well.
Yep.
Complete the survey. There's stuff in there about us.
And that's it.
10
If you're
stars is
listening-
the correct answer for that
Yeah.
one, which lets you get an
Yeah.
extra 10 trades next year.
And that's
Additional
exactly-
comments, people were saying, pay rise?
Pay rise?
Make
I
them
don't know.
full-time?
Now, some of the things from that, though, this is your chance. Like, if you're going, there's something in the app the app's crap, which is what
Okay.
some people say.
That's-
Elaborate on that.
That's right,
What
Dom.
is it that you would like to see in the app, or what doesn't work, or what do you want to see there? This is your opportunity. So make sure you pop that info into those things. 'cause
Then
that's-
Dog will decide whether he thinks you're a complete tool or it's worth following up.
Well, I'll see if it's got Calvin at afl.com.au as the email address on that one. Actually, don't email that. It probably goes to someone else because that's not your email address.
That's correct.
Good. I can give that out to people if they want to send you some emails, Cal.
Stick to the questions.
All right, there are some questions now. Kurt wants to know, who scores more, Brad Crouch against Freo or Stringer against the Pies?
Jeez.
God. Look, String Trick played forward
Yes.
a lot, but
With all the ins that the Bombers have got now.
His
their
CBAs
midfield
were still
stack.
good, though.
Yeah, exactly. He was right up there. I think he was equal most.
String.
Or close enough for it.
it's String.
It sadly is String.
String's matchup.
Yep. Brad's coming off 104. Good matchup
Yeah.
this week.
It's not as exciting.
You can't trust him, though.
I think the String back up.
I'm with you. Jeez, can't believe I said that.
God, I can't believe I just said that either.
No.
Zach Merritt or Zorko?
It's Merritt. Yep.
Yeah, it's the matchup.
And the thing is with Merritt, like in his last 9 games, he's had 3 scores under 90. Okay? You know that.
Yep,
He
badly.
will burn you better than anyone.
Don't put a C on him and he should be fine.
But however, he's had 3 scores over 140. And one of those, early this year against Collingwood, he had a 125. He's going to be that again. Another 125 plus.
Sorko hasn't struggled much lately.
He hasn't.
James is asking this one. Walsh to Lyons and Ridley to Baker. Baker should play through the mids with all their
He
changes.
actually should. And he's been pushing up on a wing bakes. He scored basically 100 in his last 2 games.
Yep.
He played in the midfield when their midfield was depleted last time, and he turned up. I think it's a risk you could take.
It's a good one against Hawthorn as well.
Yeah.
Really easy matchup.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
He turns up.
Yeah. He can be disappointing, but he should be good in that.
Agree.
Tom wants to know Kelly or Guthrie.
I'm
Gosh, I think it's Kelly.
I've got Kelly ahead of Guthrie on rankings. Yeah,
But
Guthrie
both
still
seem
will be
good
good.
options. Yeah, yeah.
And a good matchup for Guthrie, but
Yeah.
it's Kelly coming off 141. Easier matchup this week.
Nathan, he's trading Sharp. Miller and Stew aren't options, so he's thinking Mills, Parrish or Merritt. So I'm going to say no to Mills regardless,
100%.
even if he does play. So Parrish or Merritt, split those two. Is it Merritt just
It's Merritt.
because
It's Merritt.
Parrish has been the one that struggled more?
Yes, it's
but
Merritt.
But Merritt struggled on the weekend, didn't he?
Merritt's
Yes,
been better.
he did.
Merritt's been better Merritt's averaged 112 in his last 3.
Yeah, but last week was bad, wasn't it?
It was.
An 85.
85, yeah.
So he's got that out of his system.
Yeah.
He's right now.
Parrish went 150 last time against him.
Merritt went 125.
Oh, way short.
Craig, Parrish or Neil? I think it's Parrish over
Still
Neil.
Parrish.
Yeah.
Neil, I worry about a little bit as well.
And
Neil's got a good matchup though. That's fine.
Cow's medal gets me over the line on that one.
Yeah, bloodbath
Parrish. Yeah.
It's not my medal. It's our medal.
The
Can you
BB.
imagine what the medal would look like?
BB medal.
Have blood dripping down into a bath.
Now, James, who did ask that question there before, so yeah, you might as well go with that Baker move because you are ranked 171st, so you have to take a risk, so that's worth going.
Get a
Now,
hat.
speaking of the risk, the hat. So the hat there, what you need at the moment are some points, which I had written.
That's
Do I
fine.
have written?
You'll find it,
I
though.
think I have it.
You will find
You've
it.
got to get a certain amount of points
Yep.
to beat. No, if you're in the top 100, so it's actually 46,226. I did the maths on that. I'm like 1,300 or something.
Oh, what
points
am
off
I
that
then?
so
God,
far. Imagine that. I could get that
You could get that.
in the bloodbath. Just fill
Too
the team with
right you
bombers.
would. Now-
So that's the thing. So top 100 gets the hat. You get your number on the side of it. We've got one here. These look pretty cool. So you got the fantasy logo.
Just no
Your
number.
number will be on the side because we got this sent for us to actually have this hat, and there wasn't enough fabric to
No,
put our
you can't get
rankings
that.
on that. So anyway,
So you know how
top 100, yeah.
yeah. You know how we're putting forward the bloodbath medal
Yeah.
for Parrish.
Yes.
We're also putting forward a mug.
Oh, I like this
Right,
idea.
this is called, and if you're listening today and you come 101,
You're a winner.
101st. That
well,
would be
yeah, 101st, and you miss out on the hat. You're going to be so disappointed. However,
You are a mug.
You're a mug. You're the unlucky mug. Contact us, and we will make you an unlucky mug. Mug.
Yeah.
Like a mug like this, with our faces on it, looking really
Is
sad.
that what you want to put on our faces?
Yeah.
Just to rub it
It'll
in.
say like unlucky mug 101, and then our
Great
faces.
idea.
But we'll put on like real sad faces, like
Crying and
on a mug. So if
Great idea, Cal.
you come 101 or 101st, as Warnie likes to call it, contact us.
Wow.
Say you watch the show, and you are aware of the
Give us
unlucky mug.
proof of it too.
Yeah, we'll work
Screenshot
her out.
your
We'll
team.
work her out. Just click on and you will win
Oh,
yourself.
that's a cool idea.
That's cooler than the hat.
What about poor old 102?
Oh, bugger it. 102 can have one as well. 2 mugs.
We've got no budget for that, Cal.
That's all right, dog. Dig deep. Out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
All right. Done.
I think that's us done. Thank you so much for tuning in. All the legends that jump on the live stream. It's always fun to do this on a Thursday. And I was nice to actually get it back to Thursday nights because we got our Thursday night teams back.
God,
It was...
let's
Geez,
never
we've
ever
achieved a
take
lot.
that for granted.
No,
We
ever.
have.
We've
Take that for
achieved a
granted.
lot this year.
We have. That is
So
one
they're
thing
back.
we
And thanks
did
to everyone who does catch this on the podcast. We'll be back on Monday for our Mad Monday podcast where, Roy, you'll be celebrating your draft
I will.
win.
I am.
I'll be celebrating the classic win against Cub.
You know what else? You know what else? Don't
Depends
care
what old assistant coach
Will you
does
know
it.
to come on Monday? Do you want me to send you a message on Monday morning?
I'm definitely
Cal,
come Monday.
Come along.
Now, you know what else? Don't contact me or us if you come 103rd. Not interested. Not interested. Sucked in. Be better.
Next year, if we get that pay rise, though.
Oh, mate, yeah.
103.
The top
3 mugs.
The top between 100 and 200 we'll get. I better run that past our dog, but we'll talk about that later.
Yes, no, it has been a fun year, so thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, we'll have some content still going over next week, so stay tuned for all of that, and good luck this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Get up, make your moves, make your changes that will hopefully have you holding up that Premiership Cup.
Yeah.
Which,
you can do it, dog.
I hope so, because that would be back-to-back as well in the Bacon Cup.
Oh, God, go Cub.
Yeah, go Cup. God.
I don't think anyone's done. Thanks. Haven't laughed like that in a long time.
Have a good one. See you, legends.